What's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Mentally Enabled. I got started rapping back in the day, believe it or not, as a result of winning a poetry contest. So thank you, Mrs. Tredinick, for encouraging me to join the poetry contest. Did that, won it, and then that same year, I also won trophies in the Math 24 contest. So in math and academics, and also in basketball in our Tri County League. So I was really feeling like a complete young individual getting my awards in the arts and the athletics and the academics. Kept going with the poetry after that and keeping journals. But I didn't really get into recording hip hop until high school when I linked up with my best friend at the time, Sam Hope, and he had a basement that was critical in the formulating this idea of the basement made too, because we would go there oftentimes and just lock down in the basement, start writing, go off into the other room, close the door, get it facing the corner just the right way. The laptop, he had a laptop, he was ahead of the game there. We dropped two full mixtapes in high school, and those are all over industry beats. And by industry beats, it means sort of like Teach Me How to Bucky. It was a beat that was already out on a different track, and you might know it if you hear it, depending on how much you know about hip hop. So we'd remix those tracks, like Biggie Smalls beats, or Wu Tang, or even some more recent like Eminem. And Eminem was one of our favorite artists, but also Midwest artists. We got real into that. Me and my guy Sam Hope, we were just talking about who is the hottest in this area. So we were rocking with Tech Nine. Saw him like 7 times in high school, going to the rave in Milwaukee, and we also loved Twista, of course. How could you not? And I was particularly into Common, being a conscious, more poetic type rapper, and anyone in the area. So Bone Thugs and Harmony as well. Cuckoo Cal, of course, out of Milwaukee. In My Projects, that was our hero of Wisconsin hip hop at the time. We didn't really have any groups or any big artists at the time that were popping up, but we saw him on MTV and TRL. We'd be watching those shows, seeing what was coming out next in music videos. So we catch Cuckoo Cal on there. And this is about when I got into hip hop dance too, catching these dances, going on in the area. And then also, on those channels, just picking up Soldier Boy, is dropping these dances. So just getting into these, kind of step-by-step dances from videos, and then working into, some of the more advanced moves. And Chicago footwork's been going on for a minute. I can't really footwork that well. I play around like I can sometimes, but just getting into the dancing as well. So dropping projects, we had 2 out and almost a third done actually by the time we graduated. Party music, just having a good time. Not super serious or anything, but flowing, doing something creative. And a few of us were dope. We got people coming in, from different cliques and stuff too, trying to drop verses. Those that you wouldn't expect to rap or that don't even rap, dropping something. It's growing up where I did. You had people listening to country music, hard rock music, and hip hop music more than anything. EDM didn't really take off until like the 2010s, but those are the big three. It wasn't as much like soft rock or like that alternative type music. It was more metal, hip hop, country, but plenty enough into hip hop where we had some MCs around, and it was fun. Sometimes we'd have like a farmer, some hop on the mic, or somebody who had more rural experience, and so it's always a good time. And so that and the dances, we're keeping up on what's going on cable and TRL, and that's where it started. My guys, especially Sam Hope, and I recorded in that basement up in DeForest, and then continuing on from there. And that's that. So Sam Hope had a big part in it. Also my guys, from back in the day, just creating that atmosphere around. So I always appreciate, where it started in the basement and then developed into professional level from there. But we recorded music. We also shot short films down there. So, you know, just being creative. And this was a space that means a lot to me. And again, formulating the Basement Meg concept. And so I keep that in mind. Some of us were serious, you know, some not, like any, you know, beginning in music or hip hop, especially. You got rappers that are gonna just be messing around with it, and then some that are actually skilled or trying to develop their skill, say something serious. My boy Sam did most of the engineering for these projects. I got involved more so on the end of it, but this was about when I started working with Fruity Loops on my own time too, at my own house. And so I popped in there, you know, got Fruity Loops, popped in there and just used the default packs that come with the software, and started sounding like grime music. Grime music was taking off in England at the time, and I was really into this murky, grimy style too. So I was making a lot of these grime type beats, and I still want to return to that if I can, in some way, and do a whole project of these grimy type beats, kind of like I used to make in Fruity Loops. I will still always say, though, that I started producing in Fruity Loops. And we didn't take it much further than recording the music. This was more for just having fun. Some of us thought we were getting bitches making this music, being creatives or real, you know, rappers actually getting on a microphone and putting something out in the streets. But, you know, some were just messing around, and I took it more serious and kept going. Roots in Midwest hip hop and dance and poetry, and just flew from there. Where did I start rapping? When? How? Some of these are just racist people attacking me with these questions. Others are genuinely interested on where and when and how I did start rapping. All right, so hopefully no more made up stories about that. Support your local street cats. It all started in the basement. Mentally enabled. All the taglines.